What's going on, guys? This is Joey and coming at you another video for the week. So this week I'm going to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with the fish room and some of the progress that I made. So this week I did receive the parts that was missing from last week to kind of set up that nano reef tank. But even getting those parts in, I really couldn't set up the tanks because the other two tanks that needs to be on the rack is being housed right now. So the one thing that's really stopping me from moving tanks around and kind of shuffling fish around to kind of set up that system or any other system is the main tank in that living room. So we had set up that tank a couple weeks ago and it's going through another cycle, and the cycle phase is almost complete. It actually finished this week, so I was actually able to do a first water change in that tank and also add in some Plecos to actually help clean algae on the walls. Now, as you can see, with limited plants and also really high light in the system, the algae is definitely going to take over any new tank just because there's excess nutrients in the actual tank. And I didn't do any water change because I was waiting for that cycle to kind of complete. And once it was completed, I went ahead and did a quick water change, about a 50%, scrape out just a little bit on the front wall just so that you guys can see some of the plants and actually see the Pleco that I'm actually adding in. I'm actually not too worried because actually in a couple of days here, this Pleco is going to take care of all the algae along the actual tank walls. This is actually step one of getting the progression of the other fish tanks rolling here. I actually want to give the plants maybe another week or so to kind of root in, just because once I add in actually the big fish, they like to kind of like kick up a lot of debris, and if they do, it's going to uproot really fast, really easily. So I don't want the plants to kind of struggle like getting planted, replanted all the time. For this week, I actually had to do some big water changes for the racks outside and actually fill up the tank. It's kind of just my normal thing every week, at least do some sort of water change. But the rack has been kind of let go for maybe about 2 weeks without any water change, just kind of refilling the water. So I did actually need to do a water change and actually siphon a lot of the Pleco poop, a lot of that. So right across from it is the other rack system. I went ahead and filled up all those tanks. It did take a while to actually fill up all those tanks. I actually didn't start the pump or anything like that just because I wasn't really ready to kind of start the cycle of that tank and actually start putting in fish and plants yet. I want to wait maybe another week or so before I actually kick that on. I know it's going to take a little bit of time just to cycle as well, but I didn't want to jump the gun just because I wasn't really ready to throw in certain things, because I want to plan this out in terms of what I want to keep in there, what species I want to go in there. So I want to maybe push it off another week, maybe 2 weeks, to get kind of the stuff inside kind of going first before I actually kick this rack up and going. So for this week, in terms of the fish room, I'm still waiting on a few things to kind of get in place before I actually start moving stuff around. I've been doing a lot of stuff around the house still just because there's still a lot more things to do. But before I actually let you guys go, if you guys haven't already noticed, I finally actually was able to make my own t-shirt. I'm actually not selling these. The catch is it's super limited. If you guys are around in Aquashella, come up to me, say hi, whatever, and ask for a free t-shirt. I will give you guys a free t-shirt. It's super limited. Like, I'm talking about, like, I only made like 10, and this is like the one, like part of the 10 is like this one here, just because t-shirts are really expensive to make. I don't know if you guys know that. And the more you buy, obviously the cheaper it is, but I wasn't able to, throw that much money out just to buy a bunch of t-shirts. I'm only going to be in Aquashella on Saturday, so if you guys see me around on the fish tube booth or just kind of walking around seeing stuff, come up, say hi, and just ask for a t-shirt. Again, there's only literally 10 t-shirts, 9 now just because I'm going to wear one. But the sizes would be like 2 small, a few mediums, like maybe 5, 2 larges, and like 1 extra large or something like that. But I'll show you guys real quick. So it has Joey Young name on there, and the back is pretty cool because this kind of brought back some memories here. So the first one is a picture of the hardscape of my 125 gallon tank. Next is some plants, and then finally some fish, my Altum Angel. So I kind of went with this design and actually was asking my wife about it. It's just kind of elements of what this channel is all about: hardscape, plant tanks, plants, and then fish, obviously. So I thought that was kind of pretty cool. So that's what the back looks like, and then this is what the front looks like. So if you guys like it, again, it's super limited. Come by, and I will give you guys those t-shirts. Aquashella is just around the corner. I think it's on March 30th, 31st in Dallas, Texas. This will be my second fish convention or some sort of fish event. I went to one a long time ago, and that was a discus event. So looking forward to seeing what this is all about, freshwater, saltwater. So I think it's going to be really fun. And if you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you guys are subscribed. And like always, till next time, guys, peace.